Hey guys, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your fourth week of October collective reading. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, which means it cannot possibly apply to every single person that is watching. But if you would like a personal reading, all of the information will be pinned in the comment section below. In case you are new to the channel, welcome, come on in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today, and I hope that you guys have been well. So if you did not see my last two posts, I just want to jump in and talk about this briefly, okay? The last two posts, I posted a new moon reading for yesterday, October 21st, 2025. And then I also posted an ancestral message. In both of those videos, when I uploaded it, it was completely clear, no issues, no glitches. But then when it posted to the channel, it had all these glitches and people kept commenting saying, okay, there's glitches going on in the video. I could have deleted it, but I wasn't going to, because I want this to be said. When you see stuff like weird stuff like that happening, it's a distraction. Because most people, if you see a glitchy or some obstruction or something like that with videos, not even just mine, anybody's, a lot of the time something is trying to distract you from getting that message. For those of you who stuck it out and listened to the message regardless of the visuals, I appreciate you so much. And then also you were called to listen to those messages. So I just want to speak on that because I'm highly aware of the fact that it did that. And most of the time when I upload messages, I just upload it. You know what I'm saying? I don't go check. I don't alter anything. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it was interesting because when I seen all the comments saying that it was glitching, like I said, on my end, initially, I didn't see anything like that. Like there was no glitches, anything. And then when I look on there after people told me about it, I was like, oh, how interesting. And I just chuckled about it because I already knew what it was. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the links will be pinned in the comment section below. And if you listen to the topics, you'll see why there was distractions. You'll see why. So I'll pin everything in the comment section below. In fact, let me write a link because y'all know I'm good for forgetting. Yeah, I'll leave the links to both of those videos so you guys can check it out. But yeah, so I just want to say that I'm highly aware because I've seen a lot of comments stating that. I even pinned it in the comment section that I was aware of it. And again, it's distractions. There's a lot of distractions going on right now because a lot of spiritual warfare, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's trying to keep you from staying focused. If you're so focused on the glitching, and also a message came to me, okay? You guys know in real life, a lot of stuff is going on. It's the matrix. You see what they want you to see. And when I say they, the powers that be, the forces around us, everything is energy. It's the matrix. Like when you see glitches and stuff like that, when people are speaking truth, when people are stating facts about stuff, and you see all this glitchy energy, it's because they don't want people to become awakened from the matrix. They want people to stay asleep. They want people to think that everything, like people like me, is, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Here you go with this. Here you go with that. They want you to believe that. When the fact of the matter is, I've seen a lot of people in the comment section who were agreeing because they know what I was saying was true. So I just want to talk about that briefly, and we'll get into your reading for current day. We also, like I said, yesterday was a new moon. So you guys know the new moon is about what you're calling in. And that's why I know for a fact to post that on the day of the new moon and you get all this activity, all this glitchy energy, it's because a lot of people are awakening. Everything I was talking about, a lot of people are already hip to it or they're become awakened to it. And you know, those negative entities don't like that shit. But too bad, because a lot of people are awakening already. And with that being said, I want to talk about today's energy. The song that I got when I was meditating over this reading today is It's Whatever by Aaliyah. Miss Aaliyah was a Capricorn. So you could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in the visual. Also Capricorn season, December, January, may be very significant in regards to certain situations in your life. You guys know, I'm feeling like December of this year, 2025, January of 2026 will be very significant for a lot of people. And this is very random, but I feel like it's going to tie into what I need to share with you all, or somebody needs to hear this. I was today years old when I found out that the singer, R&B singer Maxwell, paid for Aaliyah's funeral. So when I was reading up on it, it showed up that her record label, and this is how I know it's going to tie into a message for a lot of you all, okay? Her record label was supposed to pay for her funeral, but they pulled out at the last minute. And Maxwell took on all of it. It was supposed to be $68,000 that he paid for her funeral. The first message that I got with that is, you guys know how the saying goes. If something happens to you today, if you leave this earth today, your job will be posted today. So this message makes me feel like for a lot of you all, just like the name of the song, it's whatever. Stop killing yourself and stop weighing yourself down, stressing out over a job when that job will replace you before your heel is even completely out the door. Some of you all are so overwhelmed at a job that is stressing you out, with a job that could care less about your well-being. You have to do what you love, live your life, and don't go above and beyond. See, I'm not telling people to be lazy, but I'm saying like you're going above and beyond for people who would not even buy flowers to put on your casket. And I hate to sound so grim when I say this, but that's facts. And I say that because, like I said, the whole situation with Aaliyah, her own record label, this woman passed tragically, and they literally, and when I was reading the report last minute, was like, yep, we're not paying for it. She lost her life. She made you guys a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And it took for another artist to sit here and give her, pay for the whole funeral. Also, the message that I got from that as well is that somebody that you least expect will come in and assist you when you need it the most. So there was two messages that I got from that, and that's why I knew it was meant for me to see that passage about him paying for that, because I'm like, well, why did I need to see that? But they said, oh, it's going to tie into the reading, trust and believe, okay? So that's something I want to share as well. The artist Maxwell is a Gemini, so there could be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus individual involved. If you are a Gemini and you know someone needs help, you may be the person to step in to assist someone in need. I'm getting that as well. So the spirit animal that I got for you guys today is the dolphin. And it's interesting because I seen a dolphin like riding really, really fast. And there was a huge sun in front of it. And it was beautiful, crystalline blue water. It was just riding really, really fast. And it was going like up and down like in waves really, really fast, going towards the sun. You guys know the sun is associated with brand new days. The dolphin is associated with harmony, emotional healing and intelligence, playfulness, a compassionate nature, regrouping yourself and going with the flow. So to see that dolphin moving very quickly towards the sun in connection with all of those energies that I just mentioned, being in harmony, emotional intelligence, healing, I feel like a lot of you all are going towards a new system of healing spiritually. And that's why we got the song It's Whatever, because I feel like for a lot of y'all, you're like, you know what, I can't stress about stuff anymore. I've stressed about it and it doesn't help. I feel like a lot of people are realizing like stressing ain't gonna change it, so why am I stressing about it? What is me stressing going to do? If you listen to that song, it's so peaceful and so tranquil. It has like a little bit of a Caribbean, very mild, very chill, you know what I mean, type of vibe to it. It's like, it's one of those songs that it makes me think about when I clean up on Sundays and you play something light like that where you're just chilling and you're spraying your furniture down with the fabric cleaner and fabric softener and, just making your house smell fresh and windows open. It just gives that type of vibe. Some of you all, because I'm speaking of that, you need to do a deep cleaning of your personal space. You could be a clean person, but I'm talking about deep cleaning. I'm talking about baseboards, wiping down the corners, every single corner of the windows, the window arches, getting those corners of your home with the brush and things like that. You're needing to go that far. Because dust, everything's energy. Dust holds on to the energy around you, so it may look clean on the surface, but you need to to the nitty gritty, get it clean. Because when you clean up your personal space, you are cleaning up multiple areas of your life. That's what I'm getting for a lot of y'all. And the energy of cleaning things up, it's so refreshing. It makes you feel less cluttered. When there's no clutter, you feel clear of mind, body, and spirit. And I feel like that's a message for a lot of you all as well. Because what I got with that is that the calm that's getting ready to come over your life is a divine nature. It's of divine origins. There's a calm that's coming over your life. All the things that you have been so stressed about, overwhelmed about, this calming is coming over you, and you may not even know where it's coming from. But it's just spirit saying, like, you stressed out enough. Now let me show you how to do it differently. Because as humans, we want to control things because we have a right to a certain degree, because we have free will. We have a right to dictate how certain things happen in our life. But in a spiritual realm, things are going to play out just as they need to, and we don't have control over certain things. And because we feel like that and we know that we don't have control over everything, we try to hold on tight. We try to make the steering wheel turn in the direction that we want it to. But at the end of the day, what's going to be is going to be. But so it's like, why get so stressed and worked up about it? I know it's easier said than done, right? But the fact of the matter is like, and people in my life, if you know Geminis, people will tell you all the time, Geminis are seen as aloof, nonchalant until we decide to chalant. Okay, we know Geminis can be very nonchalant until they decide to chalant. Luckily for me, I have a lot of Earth in my chart. I'm a Taurus moon, Virgo rising. My Mercury is in Taurus, so I'm much more chiller than maybe someone else who has, my sun sign. But I always look at stuff and people get so frustrated with me because they're like, why are you so calm about certain stuff? And it's like, why would I get worked up? What is that going to do? And that may be something that you need to think about within yourself. And you may get pissed off like, Queen, shut up. This is girl, that ain't the answer. But what did you get angry? What did it do? You wasted energy being angry and that's good. When you're worked up and angry, you can't think clearly. When you're calm and you're rational, then you allow the flow of clarity to come through to you so that you can come up with some type of conclusion or resolution for something. When your mind is scattered and you're angry, you can't think clearly. That's why when I was working in nursing, I often worked in trauma because I could deal with stuff very calmly, because it's just like, what is screaming and panicking? What is it going to do? It's not going to help someone. You're wasting time. So just think about it in that nature. Like, just think about this, a traumatic situation. When you're so scattered and all over the place, you're wasting time. You know what I mean? You can't think properly. So that's what Spirit is calling for. And I feel like there's this calmness. I really want you guys to listen to the song. Again, the name of the song is It's Whatever by Aaliyah. It's so calming, so tranquil, so peaceful. It makes you feel like you're on a tropical vacation. Some of you all are planning a vacation, or if you've been thinking about a vacation, book the goddamn on vacation. Do it. Spirit is saying you need to just get away, because sometimes your environment is what's keeping you stuck. Your environment is what's keeping you frustrated. Your environment is what's keeping you all out of whack. Sometimes you need to get away from that environment for a little bit, because it allows you to have this clarity of mind. And so when you come back, you can tackle it and deal with it in a different type of way. Okay. So let's talk about names. First, middle, last name, street name, business names. Put it where it applies. If it don't apply, let it fly. We have Houghton, Dana, Michael, Rashad, Damon, Lenny, Marshall, Lopez, Andrea, Stewart, Zachary, Monique, Demetrius, Sebastian, Mosley, and Courtney. Again, when I say locations, it could be like somebody lives on Courtney Boulevard, Courtney Street, Sebastian Lane. Put it where it applies. Don't overthink it. So we're going to go through the deck until we get your major arcanas, the sun and the moon. We'll get the card that comes before and the card that comes after, and then we will get clarifiers for our collective reading. Currently at the bottom of the deck is just, man, this card looks like what that song sounds like. Like, it's whatever. She's throwing caution to the wind, like, whatever. It's like, and if you notice, the book is closed. Like, so many people I'm picking up, you've been trying to go by the book, trying to live by the book. That book is closed because she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go for whatever. Whatever resonates, that's what I'm going to do. You got the first, middle, or last initial of J, B, M, R, W, P, H, or S. Also, this could be a message for someone in your life. Like, you have a partner or a sibling or a friend who's just so frantic and always stressed out. And you may need to send this to them like, gee, just chill. You got to chill. We can't control everything. And when I say chill, we're not saying like, don't handle it. It's just like you need to take a moment to calm yourself so that you can see the situation from a different viewpoint, from a different vantage point. Could be involving someone who has Pisces in their chart as well. Yeah, some of you all need to help a friend out, or somebody's going to come in and help you. She has thread that she's using sew it. So it's like she has something that could be of support. She has something that could be of benefit. Someone's first, middle, last initial could be C, G, M, W, N, Y, T, or P. Somebody's nickname is TP. Remember I said that Maxwell is a Gemini. You got Gemini here. And you see, he's a warrior. He's a knight. He's coming to save, protect her. Somebody does have someone who's coming in to help. And it would be someone that you would least expect. Because she's there physically. He's not. But he's in her energy. So someone in your environment, but it's the person that you would least expect to come support you when you're going through some type of hardship. It could be something as simple as, for example, you're at work and you're talking to some co-workers and, you're telling them like, oh, I'm going through some type of hardship. I'm paying for a private school for my child, but I just can't afford it. And I need to find out about grants and blah, blah, blah. And then word gets around and lo and behold, there's a co-worker who is excellent at grant writing or scholarship appraisal, whatever. Simple stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And I feel like this person will step in and they're gonna be of tremendous help. So again, let's see what we got here today. We want the sun, we want the moon, we want clarifiers to come before and after. Something, I just said something with children. Somebody's children, they need help, possibly something with daycare fees. You could have young children, and the way everything is going on in the world right now, like somebody could be overwhelmed. Like, I can't afford to pay. My girlfriend pays $1,200 a month for daycare, and I think that's like utterly insane. Like, some people pay that much for their mortgage, seriously. And she was just saying how overwhelming it was for her. Somebody may find out about this, and somebody may give someone a reference like, oh, this person has a home health care that, not home health care. Well, somebody may be working home health care, okay? Somebody may say, oh, this person has a home daycare and this is how much they charge. Or this person, you never know, if you talk to resources, you talk to people, say, hey, I need some help. I can't afford to pay this right now. And this person may put you on some type of plan if you talk to them. I'm just getting that support and referrals. I'm getting some support, referrals, and some type of assistance is going to be available. But you have to communicate. Yeah, something with money. And then you got children here, and then you got a page. Pages are always children for me in tarot. Somebody is exhausted. Sleepless nights, anxieties, worries, or fears, overthinking things. Somebody's very overwhelmed. Okay, so there's the sun. Right in front of the sun, you have the Seven of Swords. Liar, cheater, manipulator, sneak, conniver. Some type of deception here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You have the sun. And then you also have the Magician, Gemini again. So we have a lot of Gemini energy here. Gemini and Virgo, major arcana, so it's definite. Somebody definitely needs some help and resources in regards to children. She's pregnant here. Pregnancy, children. I don't know why, but I just heard Planned Parenthood. I don't know what that's a reference to, but something with Planned Parenthood for somebody's teen. And I don't wish this on anyone, but I'm just saying, because he looks like he could be youth, you know, like a teenager, young child, early teens. Somebody's teen may be pregnant, or someone needs some resources for a teen mom. Again, I won't claim that for anybody, but I'm just getting that for somebody because that did come out that way. We want the moon, and the card comes before and the card comes after for our collective reading. There's the moon. Wow, there's a lot of Gemini energy here. You got Gemini major arcana, Gemini, and then Gemini right behind the moon again with the Lovers. Back again, we seen that earlier. And then you got the Four of Cups. Somebody's not happy with what they're hearing. Somebody's realizing there's a lot of deceptions here. Let's move this up. You got the moon. And then you have, again, the Lovers. Let's see what's behind the Lovers. Wow. Judgment, reconciliation, bringing the situation back to life. Support. These souls are being called in so they can do some type of work. Do bidding, spiritual bidding. You know, like I said, I feel like spirit is just calming you. You know what I'm getting also, spirit? I just heard this message. Remember I was saying, like, the calm that's about to come over your life is of a divine nature. You see how he's a warrior, but he's a spirit. So for a lot of y'all, you're going to feel calm because you're like, I'm going to let spirit handle my battles. He got on all his armor. He's prepared for the battle. You know, I'm going to let the divine handle my battles because I've been stressed out too much. I've been unhappy with what life has been handing me. That's why he's looking at the cup because he's expecting another disappointment. He's not reaching for it. He's just looking at it. And then he has a book too. If you guys remember in the beginning, we had the High Priestess. She had a book. Her book was closed. And I feel like I said, somebody's like, I've been living by the book, but I keep getting bullshit. I've been living by the book. I've been doing what I felt like I was supposed to do, but nothing has been happening for me in a positive way. So I'm going to stop fighting these battles and I'm going to give it to the universe. I'm going to give it to the Most High. I'm going to give it to the divine. Because I feel like I've been living a lie. I've been trying to manifest everything on my own. I've been trying to manifest stuff a certain way and it just doesn't feel like it's happening for me. Back to this again. Wow. So you are manifesting. For sure. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So the way I just heard this right now, they're saying like the way you're going to manifest things quicker is by giving it to the divine. Because when we try to do things in our earthly way, we get in our own way. Again, this is not to say that you shouldn't try to work towards things. You shouldn't have goals. You shouldn't assert yourself in a certain way. But it's one of those things where it's like, a lot of people don't know that what you think you're doing to help the situation is actually a hindrance, because stress repels blessings. Stress is a low vibrational frequency, so you're pushing away, you're repelling things. You're not calling it in, you're pushing it away. That's what I just heard. So we're going to start off with the moon first, because of course yesterday was a new moon and we're still in that moon energy. And then we'll do the sun. So let's get a clarifier for the Four of Cups as well as the Lovers. Clarifier for the Four of Cups as well as the Lovers for the moon. So currently now at the bottom of the deck, you guys have the Queen of Swords. So sword up is yes, sword down is no. Any king or queen in reverse has been stripped of their power, stripped of their throne, made to feel small. They feel small and powerless. For a lot of y'all, you feel powerless. And that's what I was saying with this. Like, you feel like everything that you have been handed in life has not been satisfactory, or things lately in your life have not been satisfactory. And you just feel like you don't have any power. You have more power than you know, because you got a magician here. You see the magician twice. The magician is quite powerful. In fact, he's so powerful that he's able to manifest whatever it is he wants. But the thing is, confidence. Stress blocks confidence. Stress lowers your energy. You know what I mean? And that's what they're telling you. Like, give your battles to the Most High. You can't keep saying, like, you've been stressed long enough. And has that changed anything? No. You have to ask yourself, has my stress, has me being overwhelmed changed anything? No. I tell people this all the time. People get so pissed off at me. Like, family and friends, they get so pissed off. I'm like, stressing does what? You're still in that same position. And they're like, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, okay, keep stressing. Keep stressing. Because what is that going to do? You know what I'm saying? Now you're affecting your health, your mental, your physical. Now you're going through all these things because you're overwhelmed like this. I know it's, again, easier said than done, but what are you going to do? How is stress going to help you? It's not. And that's what Spirit is telling you. Like, that's where we got that song, like, chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Take that chill pill, man. This card I want to flip out. Lay right on top of it. Sword down there, like, chill. Let's get a clarifier for your Four of Cups. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the Four of Cups associated with the moon. Give me a clarifier for the Four of Cups associated with the moon for the collective reading. Universal energies. Okay. Yeah, too many cards flip out and they all flip face down. So I'm going to keep shuffling. Yeah, somebody definitely does not feel powerful. You got an Emperor in reverse. We just had a Queen of Swords in reverse. You got an Emperor. These people who are in leadership. So to keep getting these people in reverse, you feel like you do not have control over your own life. Because kings and queens, Emperor, they control a kingdom. You feel like you're not running your household properly. You feel like you're not respected in your household. You feel like you're not respected at work. You feel like you're not seen. Yeah. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the Four of Cups. And we ain't get no real cards flipping out and they're all flipping face down. Oh, that's letting me know, like, again, the scattered energy. It's a lot going on in somebody's mind. So much so that we can't get a clear answer. And that goes back to what I said. When your mind is scattered, you can't get clear answers. Get a clarifier for... Okay, there you go. You got another Queen in reverse. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. See, Cups is your emotions and feelings. When she's in reverse, she doesn't have control over them. She doesn't have control over them. And that's what Spirit is saying, like, here. That hand is coming from the spirit realm, like, here. Take a chill pill. Chillax. Calm down. Because, you know, being overwhelmed and worked up isn't going to change anything. And it's funny to me that people actually get mad when you tell them, like, calm down. You know what gets me and grinds my gears? It bothers me with every fiber of my being. Like, if something traumatic happens, something really horrible happens, and it's mainly with women, the first thing they do is just start screaming like banshees. And I understand everybody deals with trauma and things like that differently, right? So I'm not judging, but I always think to myself, like, what is screaming going to do to the situation? Especially like when you have emergency staff on deck, like you have an ambulance, you have police and things like that. I've seen this a lot because, again, I've worked in the medical field for 18 years over. And it's always like you have families coming screaming in there, acting crazy. They're like, what's going on? And you're all in my way. So you're in my way and I can't help your loved one. If you're calming down, then I can get to you. Let me do what I need to do. Okay, thank you. So the message is like, Spirit is saying, like, get out the way. You're causing too much drama. Get out of the way and let me help you. That's what Spirit is saying. Like, get out the way and let me help you. Every time I see movies and things like that or shows and the women just screaming their head off, I'm like, why are you screaming? What is that going to do for the situation? I understand that you're traumatized, but what is that going to do? Because while you are screaming and all in the way, then this person can't get the help that they need. Somebody needs to hear that. And I know that sounds crazy, but somebody needs to hear that because there's a lot of dramatic people. Again, I know everybody's personality is different, but you got to think about it because maybe if you have a dramatic personality, you may be pushing people away. That's for somebody because I'm saying it for a reason. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier for the lovers. It didn't flip out. You need to clarify for the lovers. And you know what? I'm thinking about that also. Like somebody is going to help someone and they're not going to ask for attention from it. Because again, going back to the whole situation, because I'm thinking about this because that's Gemini. Remember I was saying that Maxwell paid for Aaliyah's funeral and I just found that out today. Because he didn't make a big to-do about it. He wasn't bragging about it. He wasn't showy about it. He just did it because he felt like it was right. So somebody may, you know, they're not with all the dramatics. They just want help. They don't want any attention from it. They're just doing something from their heart. Well, too many. The lovers. Okay. And then you got the strength card in reverse. Leo. Oh, you got two cards. And the nine. So, yeah, somebody feels weak. Someone feels like they're not strong enough to deal with something mentally. They feel overwhelmed. Nine of Swords, sleepless nights, anxieties, worries, and fears. Strength in reverse. The opposite of strength is weakness. So someone feel, okay, thank you. Okay. So you got the strength card in reverse. So clearly this person feels weak. They feel overwhelmed. They feel stressed out. And they're saying when you feel weak, allow spirit to protect you. That's exactly what this is saying. So for a lot of y'all, you may need to speak to whatever you resonate with spiritually. Speak, call on your spirit guides, call on your guardians, call on them. Call on them. Because it's like, now I'm hearing the gospel song, after you've done all you can, you just stand. I hear that song often when I'm channeling messages in regards to people feeling despair or feeling heavy or feeling overwhelmed or feeling like they can't do anymore. Like they can't push any further. After you've done all you can, you just stand. And she's standing, but she feels like she can't even gather herself. She doesn't have her bearings. And it's like, just stand and you will be caught. You see how his hand is behind her? He's caught her. Mid-fall, you will, your spirit guides and guardians won't let you fall. They won't let you fall. They won't let you fail. They won't let you falter. Let's get a clarifier for the Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck. Major Arcana, the World card, travel distance for movement. You guys are moving on to calmer waters. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio energy here. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier. Okay, the Death card flipped up. And I was just getting ready to say, with the World card, again, it's Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. You got Scorpio here also. Scorpio season is in what? It starts on 23rd. Because the date is what? 22nd? So tomorrow. So I feel like for a lot of y'all, a calm will come over you straight up. If you look at this, the Death card, that's an ending. A death and a rebirth. It's an ending. It's an ending of this cycle of telling yourself that things have to be. This is lying to yourself also. Because he's carrying the sword. So I'm taking these lies with me. Telling yourself that you have to live a certain way. Telling yourself that this is the only way that you can react to it. A lot of people are operating in a trauma-based energy. You know what I'm saying? PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. People are living in that and that's all they know. And I feel like there's an awakening happening because, again, for every death, there's a rebirth. Death is like the moon. Sun is like the awakening. And I'm mentioning that because you have the death here, but you also have a sun in the background. You get what I'm saying? Then you got the sun here. They're saying like, as we transition, because the sun is a transition also as well as death. As we transition into Scorpio season, that's the major arcana for Scorpio. As we transition into Scorpio season, there's this calm that is about to come over you that is of a divine nature. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel like you don't have to tense up. You don't have to stress out. You're going to feel comforted by your spirit guides and your guardians. You're going to feel like I've done everything that I could. Now I give it to the Most High. I can't keep stressing about it. It's not changing anything. Your family is protected. with the Ten of Cups. Your family is protected. Also, like I said, Scorpio season starts tomorrow in October. You got the Ten of Cups. Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then October 10. So for a lot of y'all, this is definitely just starting now. Like, you're already in that doorway. He's literally, a door is open. The door is ajar, okay? You're already in this doorway of this calmness, this transcendence into calmness and change. This is a change happening very swiftly because that horse's leg is in motion, which means your change is already in motion. I like that a lot, actually. Let's get a clarifier for the Magician. Universal energies of light, love. Okay. It flips sideways like this. It's upright is yes, reverse is no, sideways is transitioning in or out. It can be 50-50, like it could go yes or no. And that's a transition also. So to start off with a transition, and this is like transitioning, you see how it's not up, like, okay, it's a definite yes or no. It came sideways, so it's going towards this transition. So like I said, you guys are already going towards the transition, reclaiming your power. Keep in mind, we had the Queen of Swords reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. Now you have the Queen of Wands sideways, which means you're transitioning into regaining your power, regaining your stability, feeling more confident, feeling more powerful. I like this a lot because I want you to notice this will be right over the Strength card. Strength is in reverse, but check her out. That's the Lion. You got the Lions here. You're regaining your strength. You are regaining your strength. That's what's happening right here. Your safety. I keep getting safety and security. Someone does not feel safe. And when I say safe, it doesn't have to be like you're scared somebody's going to harm you. You don't feel safe financially. You don't feel safe emotionally and spiritually. You know, some of y'all are experiencing things like that, but you are transitioning into that. Again, sideways is a transition, and then you have the first card is a transition. Confirmation. You are transitioning from feeling emotionally all over the place, feeling like the rug has been snatched from up under your feet, because in reverse, her feet are not on the ground. Upright it is. In reverse is not. So some of you all need to ground yourself because you do have the energy of water in reverse. Some of you all, it would fare very well. I feel like it would for everybody, regardless of your elemental sun sign, because we are going into a water sign energy, okay, a water sign time frame. Use water to help heal. Take spiritual baths. You know, if you do scry with water. And work with the energy of like fluids, you know what I'm saying? Like get your Florida water if you work with stuff like that. This, I don't have the original bottle down here, but I always keep some down in my office because I keep the main one upstairs. This is rose water. You know what I'm saying? I get my roses, okay, my rose water. And before I start readings, I'll spray it all over the area, okay, after I sage. Roses have the highest vibrational frequency of love-based energy, positivity. So spray that. When I was working in healthcare, I promise you, I used to keep this on my person. In my scrubs, I used to keep it. And when I get frustrated or irritated, I would spray, like literally spray from head to toe. And I'll just spray right on my heart chakra. And just, you know, because I don't want any heaviness. I'm not taking any of the heaviness with me and things like that. So, and also because like I said, liquids, work with essential oils. Get you some rose water. If you have issues with like feeling stressed out and overwhelmed, get you some lavender oil. Put it in a diffuser in your environment. You know what I'm saying? Work with things that's going to help you energetically. Okay? Disclaimer, I have to tell you all, if you're going to put it on your person, which I do, like I put drops of like wintergreen and spearmint and stuff like that because it's calming and things like that. Make sure you do a skin test. Don't just put it on you because a lot of people break out from them very easily. So just a disclaimer with that. Okay? But yeah, work with the water energy because we're getting ready to go into the wartime season. That helps healing. If you think about it, there's healing in the water. It helps purge, it helps release, it helps wash off the heaviness, right? Take more showers. I always get the clearest messages, and I'm not joking. Like I'll be showering, and if I have a question in my mind that I'm just thinking about over and over again, before I get out the shower, I have the answer. I'm not even joking. Like I just get clarity. Like it's something about the water washing over, like washing the heaviness off of me. I always get clarity. So yeah, spiritual baths, showers, meditation. Listen to, what is that? My daughter loves it. The water sounds, like when she just listens to it before she goes to bed, those water sounds. You may need to get you know how you call it, white noise machine, and it has like the swishing ocean sounds or rain noises. I love the rain noises. So get something like that. When you are stressed and overwhelmed, find positive distractions. There is such thing as positive distractions. Because somebody is overthinking things so much to the point where it's it's having a negative effect on you emotionally. That's why she's in reverse. Male or female, that's why this person's in reverse. Reclaim your power. And Spirit is saying that you will do just that. You are transitioning into a calmer state. And I'm not going to lie. When you're in water sign season, it can be all the more emotional. And that's why you need to work with the elements and work with the energy so that you can be in a calmer state. If you don't believe in all that and you think, oh, working with the elements is rubbish, okay, cool. But try to find you a vice, a healthy vice. Like I said, meditation, music, calming, soothing sounds as a positive distraction. Because when your mind is busy, if you have something to focus on, like a certain sound or something like that, it will take your mind off of all that heaviness. And it'll allow you to think more clearly. More clearly than rapidly. You know, I'm getting like somebody, what do you call it, rabbit dog? Or like, you know, if an animal's rabbit, it's like they're all over the place and you know, that's how the mind, like monkey mind, you can be like that when you don't center yourself. But I like this because it's transitioning. Like if this was in reverse, it's like, nope, you ain't gonna regain your stability. You're not gonna regain your vitality. If it was upright, like, oh yeah, you got it. They're saying like you're transitioning into it, just like we're transitioning into Scorpio season. So it's very positive. It's very positive indeed. And I claim that for every single one of you. Okay. So thank you guys so very much for watching Queen Airbender Tarot. I want to thank you guys so much because I always ask at the end of the videos for you guys to hype the videos. And it does show when people support and hype it. It is completely free. It does not cost money. And I'm so grateful for you all hyping the videos up. I thank you so much. If you didn't get a chance to watch the videos yesterday that I pinned in the comment section, please make sure you hype those up because there's definitely distractions trying to keep people from watching those videos. They don't want y'all to get the messages. I'm not speaking out my ass. I'm telling you what's real. I'm telling you the message of our channel. I'm telling you what's up. Because here's the thing. If it wasn't true, why the distractions? Why was it trying to be distorted? That's also a message. Like the truth is being distorted. And you have to keep like seeking truth. You have to keep seeking clarity because it's going to be shown. For the people who want to see it, the people who want to know, it's going to be shown. It's going to be revealed. So again, thank you guys so much for hyping these videos. And I'm going to ask that you continue to do the same. And as always, until next time, take care. Be well. Bye.